Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as the Tukulor Empire. Ooh. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we have, I would say, probably less than 10 years to somehow westernize our country and civilize it so that we're not going to get annexed by all the Europeans. And that is, I'm leaning towards unlikely. I was looking at this, I did check up on it. And this, for example, would not be 15 plus 35. It's just 15, and this would actually be plus 20 to get you up to 35. So that does kind of change the way that we're going to do this. Of course, these two are still the best per point value. Later form is still pretty okay. It's about even. These ones down here are slightly better. 20,000 for 20%, 25%. But you need 7 grand. I don't have 7 grand right now, but we don't have enough points to get anything anyway, so will we be able to do it? Again, I'm leaning towards no on that one. When can I attack you? I could attack you right now. Oh, I'm already justifying it. Fantastic. That makes things a lot simpler. Who else are you allied to? I know you're allied to this guy. Will this guy join into the war? I mean, I hope not, but I think we'd be able to defeat him anyways. Is this a conquest? No, it's just an acquired state CB. I think we can only take one state from him anyways. This one up here to the north. But how do we avoid getting just completely annexed by the Europeans? Because right now, I believe the British will get an event just to full annex us. I don't know if I have the ability to resist that. You know, I hope that I do. I'm going to declare war. Take Kano. You don't have any troops, right? You have 3 divisions, but that's fine. Are you going to join the war against me? No, you're not, so we don't have to worry at all. So you guys go up to Kano, just start sieging down all this territory. You know what? Actually, go straight to the capital. And we should be pretty much good to go. I'm also extremely poor. Let's try to... We could reduce education spending a little bit. I think we kind of have to. Are we at our 2% for you yet? No, we're at 1.57. So there is still room to improve on that front. Barely, I should say. Yeah, so I mean, is anybody else here really even civilized? Sokoto's at 5%, Benin and Wari are at, 15. But that's still, like, not really close enough to, accomplish much. Again, I don't really want to engage with their soldiers. I don't think that's actually going to benefit us, whatsoever. They're about to the capital. That might lead to them just surrendering immediately. And I hope that is the case. You would not accept. You had 22%. Okay, that's fine then. So you go up here. I mean, I do want to kill their troops. And I prefer not to lose my occupation. 71. I think we have to go fight them. There we go. So we got 1.2 war score there. Again, I don't think that's going to change the way the AI sees our sees their current position. They're just going to still feel like they're doing pretty okay. Oh, we can actually get these done now. So tax efficiency plus 10% or tax efficiency plus 10%. I think definitely want the 10%. So we're now at 65. We can choose a trade policy. Protects the Tukulor economy. Tax efficiency goes down, but minimum tariff plus 50%. Tariff efficiency gets a little bit better. Yeah, sure. That seems fine. And we should hopefully annex this guy soon enough. So we're now at 65%. The next level is going to be... put us up to 80%. So we'd still need a 20% modifier for that. It's in politics, reforms. For how much are you then? I can't tell until January. But that's fine. We're currently gaining 3.69? Intellectuals. I guess we keep annexing actually really populous territories, and that's actually lowering the amount of intellectuals in the country overall. So I'm actually kind of screwing myself over. I've actually reduced, I think, my daily points by 2. Like, actually about 1.4 from where I was at the maximum, so maybe all this annexation hasn't actually been helping us. It might actually be shooting us in the back. Because, you know, these are all states. None of these are just, what do you call it? None of them are colony states. Because you can't have colony states in uncivilized nations. It's just not actually possible within the game mechanics. Stabilize the Balkans. Yeah, so the Ottoman Empire lost a lot of influence over there. That's okay. We're at the point where, yeah, we can't actually take any more states. Any other war from now on against these guys has to be a full annexation war. We really don't have a another option there. Like, we'd have to just full annex them. And how's that going to go for us? Like, would we even want to annex? Watari, Ashanti, Dahomey, all these guys, like, they would be nice to take over. But it's probably a little bit dangerous. Everybody's trying to attack Vietnam right now. Vietnam, you are trying to Vietnamese Laos. So does Vietnam just look like a disaster zone right now? Yeah, it does. What are you trying to take over, by the way? You're trying to take over Isan? Yeah, no, Vietnam would actually just look like a disaster. And like it's like a particular way that I've never seen them do. So at least we have some money right now. We're going to be training up some more troops. Just in case Europe invades, I would like to have at least some way to resist them. I mean, I'm pretty lucky that we have not had any rebels at all. Like, the reactionaries basically haven't actually done anything. That just makes the UK like us more. Which can be dangerous. We at least have, like, some money now. So we could start going towards these other things. You are 10% for 12,000 points. Not worth it. You're still the best one, though, right? Official currencies for 15 for 12,000 points. I think so. Industrial concerns is probably slightly better because it's only 80% of its cost. This one also might only be around 80% as well. So these actually might just have the same levels there. So how much are you? You're 20,000 for another 20%. So you're about on par with this one. Nothing too crazy. And you are just bad. Like, any of these ones are just, like, not good for us anymore because they're just too expensive for how much westernization bonuses it will give us. Well, we're close. We're definitely cutting the we're cutting it close. If we do manage to do it, I think it'll basically be just on time. You know, we're trying to get our intellectuals up as much as we possibly can. The French have had a scandal, that's okay. Benin wants an alliance. I mean, we have a lot of alliances, which is nice. I mean, I can humiliate countries, but I don't think humiliating does anything. I think you have to actually full annex the country for it to give you any research points. Like, who would I want to take? I probably want to take Ashanti next, actually. I think they would be my next target. I mean, with Tara or just finishing off Sokoto, both of those would also be pretty okay, I would say. Right now, I have a current military score of 20. I don't know where that puts me around, like, what about, like, UR 59? 20 is... 20 puts me at what? Around the same level as Denmark. I do have a score of, what's that, 113? I mean, that seems pretty good to me. 113 would put me squarely in the secondary powers immediately, which would be nice. Allows us to at least hopefully get some momentum off of that. I don't think money does anything for us, because we can't build anything whatsoever. Money only lets us maintain an army. And that's, I think, essentially it. We have one more infantry building, so we might as well keep you back, at least for right now. So almost all the militias have just, like, died out naturally. I'm just going to, like, disband him. Because essentially, they're just kind of bad. So we're going to have about 3 armies, all of them about 18 stacks. That seems pretty okay. Seems pretty okay for where we are. So we only have 62,000 points. It's 1877, so we're cutting it pretty close. To say the least. But again, like, we can't just start justifying annexation CBs as much as I would like to. 100 days is cutting it close. And I don't want to just save scum my way into annexing everything. Like, I could do that. And try to annex everybody, but... like, what about you guys down here? Like, I could justify conquest against you. I don't know if that helps us out at all, but we could theoretically do it. What about against, like, Egypt? Could you, like, theoretically conquest? No. We could do a place in the sun, which is a little bit strange, but I don't think we need to annex parts of you. Are you civilized? No, you're actually less civilized than I am. Oh, Vietnam, what has happened to you? I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Just never look at it again. So you have enough at least for, like, these basic things. Advanced construction. It allows you to build forts. But does building a level 1 fort help us out at all? The only thing I can see it being used for is just to, you know, build them basically, like, here against the British and the Portuguese, and then try to just contain them and make sure they can't do landings. Because right now, if Britain were to invade us, they can only invade through this point. The French have, like, 3 points of access, which is a little bit more dangerous. Portugal only has 1. And then any other, AI power, I'm pretty sure, also only has 1. I guess they can also get military access through, say, the French or the British or anything like that. But most, I think, are just going to try to land into this port. At least that's how I see it happening. Can we even wait to get to 20,000 points for an industrial factory? I don't think so. But I don't want to waste my points here, because it is... you know what? We're going to get land reform. A 10% bonus there. So 10%... okay, well, if I was to get this one, that would put us up to 80. We would need 20% points for that. And this is a 25%. So we wouldn't even do this anyways. We'd be getting this one. So probably currency reform and then early industrialization. Or we go for land reform and industrial construction, which is 20,000, which is 30,600 points. Compared to you, which would be 12,700 plus. Okay, I gotta get my calculator. These numbers are a little bit too close. So 18,378 plus 12,762, 31,140, or 10 to 10 plus 220. So these two would be cheaper than getting currency reform and early industrialization. So that's good to know. So I think, I guess that has to be the best two then, right? Because you're too expensive. Are you the same cost? No, you're 18,000. So yeah, it has to be land reform and early industrialization. Those are the only two that could possibly be cheap enough. But we still need like 21,000 points. And if we're gaining about 4 a day, again, we're gonna do some more quick math here. So about 20,000 points. No, 21,000 points over 4 over 365. That's still about 14 years away from now. And we definitely don't have 14 years. We have like maybe 4. It happened somewhere in the 1880s. So it might happen next year. Like there's a chance that it happens extremely soon. We got to keep annexing countries. And I think you want to annex the countries with like higher civilization stats. Like Benin is at 20. They're allied to Shanti and Calabar. They're at 20%. I don't know if that percentage matters in this at all. We can purchase forward weapons. 45,000 pounds. I'm gonna do it because I don't know what it actually does. So I've done it. I gave them $45,000. Has it improved my standing at all? Oh, it did actually. It gave us 5%. Excellent. Okay. Oh, did it actually? Oh, it actually gave us one of these for free. Okay. It gives military construction. So that actually does change things slightly. Because then we would need a 10%. This one is still, I think, the best option. And then we need a 15%. Which would be you. Which is, 5,000 points cheap. No, we need 30% still. So we'd still need a 10% plus a 20. Apparently, I was actually just missing 5% last time. So, you know, I'm glad that happened. What's the other option that we had? The other decision was to buy something. It's like foreign officer training, I believe. But maybe, I mean, that'd be an extra 5% for here. We got our advanced constructions now, so like we could start building up some. Oh, it cost us points. Okay. Did it actually cost us the full? Did it cost us all 6,000 points to buy it? I think it did. No, you're at like 10,000 for, so definitely did not cost the full 6,700, but it did cost some money. There's no denying that. Well, we're in 1880. The Treaty of Berlin, Treaty of wherever, has not happened yet. We're going to immediately build a fort here. I can't because I do not have $12,000. They are extremely expensive because I don't really have any industrial capacity. We're going to put an 18 stack here. We're going to put this 18 stack here, actually. You're not going to walk on top of this other troop, are you? No, you're not. So you should be completely fine to not take too much attrition. Yeah, like none of you are cheap, right? You're 66, but none of you are like, yeah, you're 7,800. The scramble. Okay, so do you guys all have CBs? Yes, you do, but I'm looking at it. They don't have CBs against me. Interesting. Why? I mean, you know, okay, this is all British. Britain's declared war on all of you. Anglo-Zulu War. Yeah, they're trying to take a bunch of territory. Apparently, you know, am I just too big for the CB to work? Because I guess Abyssinia is also too large. But there's also a chance that I'm too civilized for it to fire, because these guys are all at like 10%. I'm at 70. I don't know, actually. Okay, that completely changes the way, yeah, the Germans are here as well. Completely changes the way that I'm actually going to play out this campaign. But thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, remember thumbs up. If you not enjoyed, click thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.